Good afternoon again, my lovely Australian and New Zealand friends. I'm missing you a lot, so I'm making another video now to give you some of Britain that you're missing. And the first thing I'm going to show you is this tree. It's called a medlar. Its Latin name is Mespilus germanica, and that means it comes from Germany. And it's not an apple. A lot of people confuse this tree with an apple tree. And it's one of my absolute favourite trees. So its characteristics are that it's a naturally bent and crooked tree. It's got a fabulously interesting architectural shape. And it also has, in spring, at the beginning of spring, it has these wonderful lime green leaves, these new leaves that are coming up. Can you see that colour? They're so fresh and pale lime, beautiful, absolutely gorgeous, very soft. And then hard on that, they produce these really pretty flowers. These are just going over now. There's a nice one. I'll pick this one and show you properly. They have these gorgeous single flowers. They're absolutely delicate and beautiful. And they're just 5 petals. They could not be simpler or more pretty, I think. Just lovely. And the bees love them too, which is a big plus. And then when the flowers drop, which you can see here, all these petals, they drop fairly quickly. They only last a couple of weeks really in blossom. After they've dropped, they produce these fruits, and here's one here. You can see it's starting to swell up behind here, and these fruits eventually they're about that size, and they in the autumn they start looking like bronze Christmas baubles. They hang onto the tree after the leaves have dropped off the tree, so you get this fantastic architectural twisted tree with all these bronzy copper shining baubles all over it. It really is incredibly gorgeous. And then the fruits start to rot. It's called bletting, that's what it's called. And actually you can eat them. They taste a bit like dates. You can eat them with a teaspoon, raw. But what happens is here is they fall on the ground. We don't bother to eat them. They fall on the ground, and the thrushes and the blackbirds just close in on them. And because they're starting to rot, the alcohol content in these fruits starts to rise. And honestly, some of these birds, they can barely take off. They're staggering home as if it's a late Friday night in the pub after work. But I love this tree. You don't very often see it, but I think we should all grow one. They'll grow anywhere, by the way. Shade, they'll grow in full sun, they'll grow in dry soil, they'll grow in wet soil, they'll grow in clay, anything. They're really tolerant.